Siege, your prompt is guns. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Well, that actually has to do with what I want to talk about later in this episode, a little murder mystery.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever been to a shooting range? We went together.
Yeah, we went together for Matt's bachelor party.
Yeah, Fred's bachelor
Las
party.
Vegas.
Target shooting,
cool.
skeet shooting? Is that what that's called?
Hey! Welcome to the Overtalking Podcast with your hosts, Ken and CJ. Say hi, CJ.
Hi, CJ.
This is the show where we talk over TV shows and movies as chosen by our guests, but no guests this week. It's just the boys. So we're talking about stuff we've been watching recently.
That's right. We went out in the Vegas desert.
Yeah, it was like in the middle of nowhere, literally.
Yeah, it
That
felt
was
weird.
nice.
Also, it was weird that like you just had to watch a 5-minute DVD and they're like, all right, here's your gun.
You're qualified to shoot.
Okay. All right.
That's Vegas, baby.
Yeah. Have you been back since then?
Have I been back to Las Vegas?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
No.
I know you have though, right?
Probably. I think I've been like 3 times at least.
Oh wow. Okay. Do you stay at the Trump Hotel anymore, or no?
Nope. Not for me. Don't like that city. Not my kind of town.
My kind of town, Las Vegas. That's not it. I like gambling though.
Yeah. CJ, it's a dry heat though. It's not that hot. It's a dry heat. Oh, it's still 100 degrees. Doesn't
Still
matter what
hot.
kind of heat it is.
Yeah. We were at a barbecue yesterday, and it was pretty warm. I feel like, and it wasn't humid, but it was.
It's like 80 maybe, and that was too
I
hot.
don't know. It was just a little too warm to be outside and no wind.
That's right, folks. We hang out. We're friends.
We see each other in person. I've seen you a lot recently at work.
We got lunch
the
together,
barbecue.
hanging out
Yeah.
at BBQ.
That's right.
Can't get rid of me.
No, but I like it. CJ, what you been watching lately?
I watched the new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Oh, that's the guns.
Yep,
one.
that's where the guns come in. The proton packs.
Nice. So you've seen the other one then?
I seen
other new
all
one?
the Ghostbusters.
Okay.
It was fine.
Okay.
Not great.
Did they freeze stuff? Because it was like a Frozen theme, right, or something like that.
That's the main villain. He like freezes the city of New York.
Mr.
The
Freeze.
Big Apple.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's back.
Yep. Mr. Freeze.
That's nice. It's a summer blockbuster with an ice theme. I can get behind that. That's cool.
Yeah. There was some fire involved. It has some good guest stars like Kumail Nanjiani, Patton Oswalt, former Taskmaster contestant James Acaster.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you gotten to his season yet?
I've dabbled in all the seasons, so I'm aware of all the contestants.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, he's in it. He's good. But yeah, it's a lot of buildup, and there's like lore explaining the main villain, and then it ends. Like you get like 5 minutes of the boss fight, and then it's like, all right, we did it. Movie over. It's like that's it?
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it was not good. I don't think I would recommend it. It was like I threw it on, of course, while I was like doing other stuff because I saw the ratings and was like, oh yeah, people don't seem to like this, or at least the critics. I think it's got like a 40-something%.
Yeah, that's pretty meh.
A lot of like family messages and stuff, and like one of the characters.
What are family messages?
Like, so Paul Rudd's character is basically dating that woman who has the kids, the Spangler family. So it's about like, oh, like, am I part of the family now? Am I their dad now? We're not married. We're just like dating. What's this dynamic? And then the super smart daughter, Phoebe, gets into trouble. She's 15. So they're like, you got in trouble. You can't be part of the Ghostbusters. You're too young. She's like, I'm smarter than all of you. And it's like, yeah, we know, but you're too young. So sorry.
Oh my God.
And she meets a ghost, and it feels like there's some kind of like crushing going on between her and a ghost.
What?
Which is an interesting twist. Yeah.
It's the Casper dynamic there. Huh.
Yeah. It was, and then, yeah, like I said, like it's so much backstory and lore, and then it all concludes in a matter of minutes. And then it's like, oh, okay. I guess that was it. Seemed pretty easy to beat this super bad villain evil guy. It took like 2 of you. That was it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know that I would recommend it.
I should not check it out.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it.
What would you rate it?
I rated it like a 2.5 on Letterboxd out of 5 stars. It was fine. I don't remember laughing at all at their attempts at jokes and stuff, and yeah, it was kind of boring. I don't know.
Nice.
No, not nice. It was bad. That's what I'm saying.
I'm never gonna watch any.
Are you listening, Ken? It's not good.
I don't want to watch it. It's not, yeah. It sounds bad. Was the previous one good or not?
I don't remember. I think it didn't really. It was probably entertaining enough, but yeah, I literally don't remember pretty much. I know they're like out on a farm. That's about it. So not that memorable.
Ghostbusters out on the farm.
That's right.
I like it.
Now I wonder if they'll keep making more, because I think this is now what the second or third remake of like these group of people.
Yeah, it's. Well, I mean, you've seen them, so you would know better. But my understanding was that this is the second remake in like this continuity, and then there's also the female Ghostbusters in the new version too.
The female one I think is separate from these because they're the Ghostbusters, and then this is like the actual Spengler family.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one of those ones like, guys, you did it. It's a good franchise. Just let it be. Like, we can stop.
Yeah.
Complete.
That's all Hollywood is now. It's just regurgitating things that did well 30 years ago.
Existing IP.
That's right. Twisters is coming out.
Yep.
It's all that.
Twisters. Now there's an S.
More than one, even though there also was more than one of the original. So
yeah. But was there 2 at the same time?
Oh.
Oh my God.
Wasn't there though?
Probably. Yeah, I think there was. Probably. Yeah.
Like how much? I know there were like fire tornadoes in the trailer for Twisters, so I think that might be the cool new thing. But whatever. It's got
Colin Powell.
Colin Powell. Thank you. Yeah. Secretary of State.
Yep. It's quite a career change for him.
Yeah, but he seems to be doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
Got in shape.
Also, isn't he dead? Is he still alive?
Maybe after this. I don't know. See how he fares against the Twisters.
Yep, he's dead. He's for sure dead. Yeah, the Twisters got him.
They got him
out. All right, Ken, I have one very important question for you.
Yes.
What you been watching?
What have I been watching? I have a question for you before I say what I've been watching.
Turn it back on me.
What do you remember if I have talked about the Hunger Games franchise yet?
I don't. No, you have not talked about like the new one. I assume is what you're gonna talk about.
Yes.
No.
Okay. So I watched all of the Hunger Games movies, including the new one.
Like recently, or like as they came out?
Recently.
Oh, okay.
We not in one sitting, but like over a course of a week or two.
Yeah.
We watched them all.
I would hope not.
Yeah, dear God.
How many are there?
There are in total 5 now.
Okay.
So there's the original Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Which was cool story, but bad movie. Then there was Catching Fire, which was probably the best of all of them, honestly. It's got Hunger Games, and it was like actually put together in a good package. And then they got Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 and Hunger's Mockingjay Part 2. And
that's right.
Both are way too long individually, but together it expands on one book that is probably the worst book in the whole thing anyway. So it was not good. It's just like a war movie. A really long, boring war movie. And then there's the brand new 2023 The Hunger Games: Powell, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is what it's called, apparently.
And that's like a prequel, right?
It's a prequel. It follows President Snow's rise to power.
That's right.
And actually, it follows the 10th Hunger Games ever, as opposed to the 75th, which is like the ones from the original ones.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
Okay.
It was okay. And a lot of it, unless you had like recently watched the Hunger Games stuff, there's like a lot of references and things that it sets up that are like used in the original books. So you probably wouldn't catch it if you hadn't like watched them all like we just so not the best. Wouldn't really recommend it, but it is better than I was kind of expecting from a prequel to the Hunger Games, and that came out like almost 10 years after the last movie. So
yeah.
I
also see it's 2 hours and 37 minutes long.
Yeah, they sure like to make these Hunger Game movies really long.
And this one, there's not a book for this one, right? Or is there? Oh, no, there is a book. Okay.
Yeah. I looked it up after. I didn't realize. I thought it was just like she wrote the screenplay for it or something. But no, there's a book. And then they immediately adapted it into a movie. Because, of course.
Because I read all the books. I have not read that one, though.
No, I hadn't read that one either. I didn't know it existed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine. I'm sure the book is probably also the same.
Probably also fine.
I gave it three stars out of 5 on Letterboxd, so that's decent. It's worth watching if you've watched the other 4 previously.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
So exactly. Probably gonna skip this one.
Yeah, I think that's all I've got to say on that. I think I only saw like the first 2 movies of this series in theaters because I don't remember Mockingjay Part 1 or 2 at all, other than from the book.
Oh, I definitely watched all of them since I had read all of the books.
That's all I got for that. What do you got, Siege? What's up next? What is this, the gun one?
It's a television show on Amazon Prime called Deadlock.
Oh.
Because they're down under in Tasmania.
Dang.
Trying to solve a matter.
Okay.
I don't think I can keep this up much longer. Yeah, it gets a little British at the end there.
Please do.
I have to talk
definitely
very slow to try and get it.
What's it about?
I always forget you're a master of accents.
You know, I can do all of them. It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. No, there's British again. The British always slips in there. Yeah, it's gone. I was going to try to see how long I could do it.
What's the setup?
The town of Deadlock, Tasmania, which is a state island in Australia, is preparing for its winter festival when a local man turns up dead. Gasp. 2 detectives and an eager junior constable are sent to investigate the crime.
Okay.
I learned that in Australia, they call them constables.
Nice. I think they do in the UK, too.
Yeah. Like them chaps over in England.
That's right.
In it.
Is this like, have you seen Broadchurch?
I feel like I must have years and years ago, but I don't remember.
I'm sure, I mean, the setup for a lot of things there's a small town and someone turns up dead.
Yeah.
So, but okay. But yeah, you like this one?
It's really good. So it is the perfect combination of like legitimately awesome murder mystery, like so many twists and turns every single episode that you just want to keep watching it, but also laugh out loud funny.
Oh, wow.
So it's that perfect blend for me, at least personally.
Nice.
Yeah, couldn't recommend it more.
Anyone in it that we would know?
Well, if you've seen Taskmaster New Zealand, there's a couple contestants from that show.
Not yet.
I think Taskmaster New Zealand for free on YouTube, if anyone listening is interested.
I'm sure we will get to it eventually. Yeah.
There's Madeline Sami is from Taskmaster New Zealand, and Nina Oyama is also from Taskmaster New Zealand, and they're in the show.
Nina Oyama.
Yeah.
I like that name.
She's very funny.
Cool.
Yeah, like I said, can't recommend highly enough. It's 8 episodes. They're about like an hour-ish each.
Okay.
So it is a commitment, but I'm telling you, you're going to want to keep watching the next episode. Currently has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Dang.
And a 7.5 on IMDb, and a Rotten Tomatoes audience score of 89%.
Okay. Dang. Yeah, that's pretty good.
High praise.
That's high praise.
For a couple of constables. I just like saying matter. Trying to solve a matter.
Nice. What would you rate the series?
Oh, probably like a 9 out of 10 or something. It's really good.
Dang. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you and Meg would really dig it. It's really good. I'm sort of afraid that knowing Meg's past ability to be able to identify the murder after like one episode, or the murderer after one episode.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to hear if you guys watch it, if she's able to like guess it right away. Because I certainly didn't.
Yeah, I never guess it right away unless it's like really obvious, but I also like don't like to look for the, like answer right, like it spoils all the fun.
The surprise
yourself.
is fun.
Yeah. But yeah, Meg's she like doesn't even try, and she's just like, oh yeah, I figured it was that person all along. I'm like, shut up.
You should do the thing where like after one episode, have her write a name and put it in an envelope and like seal it, and then see at the end of the series.
See, it's like if it's real, or it's like she like reverse kind of figures it out back in her head. Yeah,
I just think that'd be a fun experiment.
That would be fun. Okay. Yeah, once we watch this, we'll do that exercise. That'll be good.
Because Emily was she revealed like she thought it was a certain person and then was incorrect. I had maybe a guess or two. I was wrong. The reveal at the end, I was like, oh yeah. Like I picked it up in the final episode. There's a part where I'm like, oh, it's this person, and then they say it's that person. It's like, yeah. I mean, at this point, they're sort of revealing it's that. It's not like I guessed it. It's like at that point. Early. Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. What's it called again?
Deadlock, but it's LOCH. It's referring to the like body of the water thing. It's the town of Deadlock.
Nice.
And which apparently I think they say in the show is like there's a lake and it's Lake Deadlock, which just means Lake Dead Lake.
That's stupid.
Yep, exactly. A lot of good jokes like that.
Dead Lake. I love it. Well, I've been watching another series of movies. Not just Hunger Games, baby. It's also James Bond.
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 I was trying to do Australian James Bond. That's me, Bond. James.
James Bond. Yeah, Meg and I have been watching from like the beginning. The first... I don't know. I think we've watched 4 or 5 of the Sean Connery ones so far.
Dang.
And yeah, they're a lot of fun. They are like legitimately funny, especially like after the first one, because the first one's Dr. No, and it kind of like sets everything up. It sets up like the pattern of James Bond goes into an office and throws his hat on a coat rack, and then he goes into another office to like get his instructions, and then he flirts with the secretary on the way out. And in the next movie, they moved the coat rack a little bit, so he tries to throw his hat but like misses. And then in like the third movie, he's like, it gets crazier and crazier, like the situations that he gets put in purposely just like as a joke. In the third movie, he fakes his own death, and so he dives underwater and gets picked up by a submarine, and he like unzips his wetsuit, and they're like, oh yeah, they're waiting for you. And he opens like one of the porthole like doors and walks into like a replica of the office from the previous 2 movies with like the same secretary and the coat rack, and except it's all nautical themed. They're all wearing like nautical hats and stuff. It's so stupid, but it's so funny.
That's awesome. I had no clue that they were trying to be like funny in those early ones, or yeah.
I don't know if like, unless you watch them like in order and like back to back more or less, that you would necessarily pick up on all of it. But like, man, yeah, it's genuinely funny. Now, I will say, so we watched, let's see, Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger. Goldfinger was good. Those first 3 are really good. And then we get to Thunderball. And this is the one where things start to get significantly more misogynistic and significantly more like racist, which is not great. At one point in the movie, they are trying to disguise James Bond, and in order to do that, they want to quote unquote make him Japanese.
Oh no!
Yeah, so they put makeup on him, and it's not like over the top, but it's definitely like they shouldn't be doing this. I won't go further, but yeah, it's interesting, to say the least. We're going to continue, but 4 was enough for now, and we're going to take a little break and come back eventually.
Gotcha.
Have you seen any James Bond movies from like the older
I know
days?
I probably have, but like couldn't tell you. I'm sure I remember watching some like Sean Connery ones with my parents and stuff like that. Fun fact that I just Googled, according to MSN.com, up until for all the James Bond movies from 62 to 2021, 21 of the movies do not pass the Bechdel test. Super surprising.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes absolute sense. Yeah, James Bond just sleeps with literally every woman who happens to cross his path, and it's okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know.
Yeah. I've watched like all the newer ones and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching, I think, most the Pierce Brosnan ones, because I think that was more our time.
Yeah, that was our time. And then the Daniel Craig ones, I've seen all of those. I don't know if I've seen all the Pierce Brosnan ones, but I am excited to get to those. I don't know if we're gonna watch like all the Roger Moore ones and whoever else is in it before Pierce Brosnan, but we might skip ahead. We'll see. There's just a lot of them. Like, I don't know.
There's 25 apparently.
Yeah, that's maybe too many.
Yeah. What can I ask? Like, what brought this on? Why James Bond? Why all of a sudden you're like, oh, we should check it out?
I don't know. I just had a hankering for it. We've been watching. So like Saturday mornings is like when we sometimes like sit down and watch a movie, but like an older movie. And we've been watching a lot of Westerns. We watched all of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and all of those old spaghetti Westerns. And those were good. And then I was like, what else is old and kind of good? And James Bond just kind of popped in my head. I don't know. So we started watching those. But yeah, I don't think Meg had seen any James Bond previously. So this was a good introduction for her.
Oh, nice. I did, decide to randomly rewatch some of the Daniel Craig ones a few years ago. I think maybe because a newer one was about to come out or something like that.
Yeah, I really like the Daniel Craig ones.
Because I feel like those are the movies that I don't remember anything that happened. they're like really fun and entertaining. And then if you were to ask me like a year later, like, hey, what's that one about? I was like, I don't know. It's like gadgets and kills people and stuff.
Yeah, I remember the other ones like I can distinctly remember are Casino Royale, which I think is my favorite, and then whatever they called the last one, like no Time to Die or something like that.
Yeah,
I remember the ending of that one for obvious reasons, but
yeah, it's a crazy amount that this No Time to Die. Crazy that this like franchise or this IP is going on this long.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be continuing, right? Have they announced who the next Bond is?
I don't think so. And do you know the like family who owns the rights to it?
Personally, no, I don't.
You've never met them?
No, but I assume you have though. Then.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Broccoli. It's the Broccoli family.
Oh, the Broccoli. Yeah. I know that they're trying to arrange a marriage with someone from the Cheese family.
Good combo.
Yeah, it's a good combo there. Yeah.
Especially if you fry that up, little cheese broccoli bites.
Oh, that sounds good.
How come there weren't any of those at the BBQ?
I don't know, man. I'll throw out really quick. I saw Arcadian with Nick Cage.
Which one was that?
That is
one of the two ones we were talking about. Not Long Legs,
correct.
The other one.
Not Long Legs, not Daddy Long Legs, which we will need to do an episode on. We can probably not do an episode on Arcadian. I think.
Oh.
I think it's just fine.
Okay.
Nick Cage is only in like half the movie, so.
Oh, bummer.
And then I saw A Quiet Place Part 1, and that was good.
The quietest place.
It was the quietest. Yes. That's it. I think I can leave it there.
Okay. I know Carissa did recommend Long Legs. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure she said she liked it.
Cool. Yeah, I will 100% be seeing that just later.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, what do we got, Siege?
You can follow us on all the things at Overtalking Pod. Call or text us at USA Cat 1591. Email us at overtalkingpod@gmail.com. Go to our website, overtalkingpod.party.
No, they're here. They are talking overlords. They're our guests, the otherworldly landlords who show up at the end of every episode to remind you if you like the show, please go on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to rate and review where applicable. Reviews are what help people find this podcast. Also, we spend the money in advertising, so if you like the show, please tell a friend and spread the word. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Buy some Magic Mind at magicmind.com/overtalkingpod20. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
This episode of the Overtalking Podcast was produced by Ken and CJ, edited by CJ. This week it was just the boys. Music by Justin Peters, logo by Nate Richards. Check out Nate's work on Instagram at Nate Richards Designs.